Let's start recording. Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Sky Vision Lounge, where we do live analysis of the market for both the London session and the New York session. This is the London session. We hope to be through every 10, 15 minutes or so. We'll just be there. We'll be here for about 10, 15 minutes, hopefully. All right, so let's get into it. So if price is moving up, it will start from a level, let's say point A, and then move to a certain level, pull back or retrace. People call it different names. So it retraces and then it goes up again, just like a push-pull type thing. So it starts out from here, pushes up, pulls back, and then pushes up again, pulls back, and then pushes up again. Now, at what point would it be best to enter the market? We wait for it to push up first. Is when it's now retracing within this valid range, that will look for potential entries around that pullback, and then we enter expecting it to come at least to these highs, where it then breaks structure, goes further up, and then it repeats itself, then goes up, and then continues like that. Now, at some point, it's going to change direction because, as we know, market is not a straight line that it will just go in one straight line like that. Something will always happen that will cause it to change direction or to just pull back at least. Okay. And we usually notice that or observe that when the last, if it's an up move, so when the last higher low has been broken, that is when we say, okay, we have a heads up that price is likely to be changing direction, and then it wants to begin to go downwards, right? So it breaks it. Once it breaks it, we'll wait for it to pull back. One of the things we always say in the Sky Vision Lounge VIP inner circle is that once a price makes a new high or it makes a new low, what do we expect next? We expect a pullback, right? So in this scenario here, it breaks this last higher low, makes a lower low. So it has made a new low. So what do we expect next? We expect a pullback. So as long as that pullback does not break the last valid range, and that valid range will be between these lows here, this new low that it just made, and the last high where it was coming from. So as long as price just pulls back to a certain level and then begins to come down, then we know that this valid range is still intact, and then we can expect price to come back down to these lows. Okay. So let's practicalize that and then go into our analysis for the day. So you can see here, this is just a quick one. What did price do? Let's just say from here, it went up, came back down, went up again, right? And then it broke this low here, which we can take as our last higher low. It broke it right there, right? And then it had a small pullback and then pushes back, right? Now, once it got to this level, what did it do again? It pulled back, but in this case now, instead of coming back down to these lows, what did it do? It then went up, changed direction again, right? So you can see this kind of pattern happening over and over and over again, okay? And that is what we're looking for when we're trading. Okay, so so let's look at the other bit as well. The other thing we say is that when you're trading, or in fact, before you place any trade, we need to ask 3 questions. What did price do overnight? Where is price now? And what must I see price do before I execute a trade? So in this instance now, let's implement those 2 things that we've done, this pattern and then these 3 questions. So when you look at this chart, What has price done overnight? It started from there, pushed all the way down, then came back up all the way to that level, to these highs here, pulls back. Now you expect it to pull back all the way back down to these lows. But in this instance, price decided to go up, right? Breaking this structure here, right? So it has done a change of direction right there. And then it's pulling back now. So where would you say your line in the sand is, right? Like I like to say. So from this high here, you would say that these lows here is the last valid range. So from this high to the last opposite candle that caused price to move up. Yeah. So we are now looking for price potentially from somewhere here. We expect it to then move up again. At least come to these highs here where it stopped, where it stopped before moving down. Yeah. At what point will we say that this is no longer a pullback? It's when this price comes all the way and breaks below these lows, then we expect it to pull back and then potentially continue downwards. Would we know if that's what price is going to do? No, we will never know. We'll never know what price is going to do. All we can do is to respond to what the price is doing. So for instance, if you enter a buy right here and put a stop loss right there, so just wait for it. Remember, you're using proper risk management, right? So if you use 0.5%, for instance, of your account right here, you're expecting it to then move up. If it doesn't move up and stops you out, then you just wait for this pullback to come back in, and then you take the other direction, right? If you still want to trade if you still want to take another trade. Some people will just say, I only take 2 trades maximum in a day or 3 trades maximum in a week, right? So you have to give yourself some rules, right, that you then follow, okay? And then once you give yourself those rules, you then abide by it consistently. Is that consistency in keeping to those rules that will actually show you or actually give you the profits at the end of the day? Okay, so let's look at the next chart. Oh, wow, this is going down. This is pound JPY. We ask those questions again. What did price do overnight? So price came from there, came down, pulls up a bit, pushes down, pulls back, pushes down, right? And then it pulls back into this zone, kind of giving you a market structure shift right there, but it was not sustained, right? It pulls back up again, and then now it's coming back down to this low. So overall, you can see it's going downwards, right? But you can just say that just between here, this is like a ranging market here, right? It's trying to decide how it's going to behave. It's not giving you a clear something like this. It's not giving you this kind of clear direction. Yeah, it's breaking structures, but it's not holding it. It's breaking back down to the lows, right? So we'll say that is a ranging market because it's not clear. Okay, but overall, buyers is more towards the downside. Okay, so here, what I would suggest is wait for it, let it break below, right? So that it gives you a new break of structure, and then you wait for that pullback, and then potentially expect it to come back down. Will it do that? No, we do not know if it's going to do that. In fact, nobody knows if price is going to do that. For all we know, it can come down here, just as it's done, just as it can do, come down here. Then on this pullback, it will give you a deep pullback and then change direction and then go the other way. So that is the risk you just have to take. So that's why we say trading has its risks. And then, in fact, anything in life has its risk. So are you willing to take that risk? That's the bigger question, right? So always be prepared for any side of the market to occur. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Euro yen. Yeah, this is playing out very nicely. So started out from somewhere there. It pushed up initially, then it came down, push up, another pull back down, another one there. So it's just done. It's doing a nice push downwards. So this is a nice trend downwards, but we'll just take note of these zones here. Let's see what price is doing. It's giving us a lot of you can even see a lot of rejection candles there. Yeah, so let's see what price wants to do. If you want to continue going downwards, where would have been the best place to enter? If you were at your charts before now, is on this pullback to just enter somewhere there, put your stop loss. Yeah, put your stop loss somewhere above there or above here, right? And then expect it to come down, pull back, and then continue. But now let's just wait for it first. Since it's already at the lows, let's wait for it to see what price wants to do. Then we can take action. Okay, let's look quickly at the next one. This one is just ranging. I can't see a nice trend. So I'll just call it a range. I won't even try to analyze it. Right. You can see it just going sideways. It's not giving you clear higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows, lower highs. Okay. So let's look at the next one. Yeah, this one looks a bit better. Came down, went up, nice break of structures there, a pullback, and then it's gone up. All right. Now it's kind of this is still our last zone, right? So it's kind of coming in here now. So let's see if it's going to go up or if it's going to break those lows there and then begin a downward trend. Okay. USD, pound USD, let's see what that is doing. It came down, went up a bit, came down again, went up again. So now it's come back down here. So our line in the sand is still down there. Let us see. Where's my line in the sand? Let me mark it with this. So this is still my line in the sand. Yeah. So let's see if it's going to uphold that. If it doesn't, then it's going to change direction. Okay. Let's look at the last one. USD JPY. Okay, what is this doing? You see it's moved up, comes back down. So it breaks structure there, and then it's pulled up, and then it's gone back down. It's done something like this now. So in here, you can see the kind of movement is beginning to do some up and down, right? So let's see if is it going to go up or is it going to then break to the lows? Yeah, so let's just wait for it. Even though, yeah, we can say overall it's coming down, but we can see some sort of slowing down. We're seeing a lot of wicks here. So there's a potential that it may actually break. Let me see, where's the last opposite candle? I'll just use this high. All right. So if price comes all the way and breaks above here, then I can look for it to go up. Or if it breaks below, then I can look for potential continuation to the downside. All right. Okay, so do we have any questions? Let me check the chat. Okay, I don't see any questions there. Oh, beautiful. All right, so let's have a good trading session. We'll be back for the New York session about 2 o'clock West African time. So if you can join us then, you are welcome to do that. So see you back then. Thank you.